Patriarch Bartholomew, every act of war is also a war against creation. As churches across the world prepare to celebrate the Day of Prayer for the Care of Creation, on 1st of September, in his annual message for the observance, the Ecumenical Patriarch of Constantinople highlights the close connection between environmental damage and failure to respect human rights, and points to the horrific ecological devastation caused by Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Every act of war is also a war against creation, as it poses a grave threat to the natural environment. The Ecumenical Patriarch of Constantinople Bartholomew I made this strong statement in his annual message for the Day of Prayer for the Protection of the Natural Environment, and the beginning of the ecclesiastical year, on 1st of September. Horrific ecological devastation in Ukraine. The message refers explicitly the Russian invasion Ukraine, which is associated with horrific ecological devastation. The pollution of the atmosphere, of water and earth by bombings, the risk of nuclear holocaust, the emission of dangerous radiation from nuclear plants producing electrical energy, the carcinogenic dust from exploding buildings, the destruction of forests and depletion of arable agricultural property, all these bear witness to the fact that the people and ecosystem of Ukraine have undergone and continue to undergo incalculable losses, the Patriarch writes. He therefore urged again for an immediate end to the war and opening sincere dialogue. Environmental rights threatened by climate change. Noting that the notion of human rights has expanded today to include environmental rights, the Patriarch remarked that the struggle for the respect of human rights cannot ignore the fact that they are threatened by climate change, the shortage of drinkable water, fertile soil and clean air, but also by environmental degradation in general. Hence the urgent call that the consequences of the current ecological crisis be addressed above all in terms of human rights. It is self-evident that these rights, in all their aspects and dimensions, are one thing and inseparable, Patriarch Bartholomew said. Destruction of the natural environment affects above all the poor. While hailing the positive response to the ecological initiatives undertaken by the Patriarchate over the past decades, not only in the Christian world, but also among other religions, in the political world, in civil society, in science, among ecological movements and young people, Patriarch Bartholomew emphasized that the destruction of the natural environment affects above all the poor. The message concludes by clarifying that all the efforts made by the Church to create awareness on the protection of the environment is not simply an additional activity, but is its essential expression and realization as an extension of the Holy Eucharist.